for some peace of mind, but TikTok said a gator drove a Jeep through the blinds. Florida man's at it again with fireworks and a goat, and someone married a ghost in a Dollar Tree coat. Hey, what in the Walmart rapture is going on? Aliens dancing in a Waffle House song. Kara's got a taser in the checkout line, and Dr. Oz just adopted birds to fight off crime. Oh, I'm just sitting here scrolling my jaw on the floor. The internet's a circus and I can't take no more. Yeah, when it's wildin', there's a raccoon in the sink. Someone robbed a Wendy's just to steal a frosty drink. A pastor's gone viral yelling about the end is near, while folks ride hoverboards in wedding gear. Yeah, what in the Walmart rapture is this mess? Florida's a movie, but it's filmed in VHS. Someone fed meth to a squirrel named Dave, and now he's in a cage just throwing rave. I'm just
Good morning, everyone. It is Mo, and it is the 15th, and I hope you guys are having a good morning. Super T, I hope you get a nap or something today. I have had those days where you and sleep are not friends. You were never friends. You are, in fact, frenemies. And I do love that on days that nights that I'm suffering with insomnia, now me, who has no relationship with math whatsoever. In fact, I think we're like second cousins twice removed. I become a mathologist. I can calculate through the hour and second how much time, if I fell asleep right now, I would actually sleep before I'm supposed to wake up. Now, this mathologist never follows me into my actual sentient waking time, but here's a hope. Our first couple stories, we did lose some people over the weekend. Bobby Hart, the songwriter behind some of the Monkees' biggest hits, passed away at 86. Bobby Hart, a key piece of the Monkees' multimedia empire, who teamed up with Bobby Boyce on such hits as Last Train to Clarksville and I'm Not Your Steppin' Stone, has passed away. Now, he passed at his Los Angeles home, and according to his friend and co-author Glenn Baytine, he had been in poor health since him breaking his hip last year. Now, Boyce and Hart were a prolific team during the mid-1960s, especially for the Monkees, and made the for-television group promoted by Don Krishner. They wrote the Monkees theme song with its opening shot, "Here We Come Walking Down the Street," and the enduring chant, "Hey, hey, we're the Monkees," and also their first hit, Last Train to Clarksville. Now, the Monkees' eponymous multi-million selling debut albums included 6 songs from Boyce and Hart, who also served as producers and used their own backing musicians, the Candy Store Prophets, as session players. I always credit them with not only writing our biggest hit, but as producers and being instrumental in creating the unique Monkee sound as we all know it and love it. Monkees' Mickey Dolenz wrote a foreword in Hart's memoir, Psychedelic Bubblegum, that was published in 2015. Now, Boyce and Hart grew to fame, and the Monkees took more control of their work, and they pursued their own career, releasing albums like Test Patterns and I Wonder What She's Doing Tonight, and appearing on such sitcoms as I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched. Now, they were all so publicly active. They campaigned for Robert F. Kennedy when he ran for president, and, wrote voting amendment songs for the 26th Amendment, which lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. So again, a life well lived, and I do hope that his family and his friends and everyone who is left behind is getting the comfort and solace from friends and support systems that they need too. Can't say that I knew very much about him. I did like the Monkees song, but I guess I didn't really know all about his work and things like that. So, a life well lived and long lived and made so much more. And DK Cripple is going to get her cutie patootie, and Mr. Mo was like, do not be looking at pictures of puppies. I am already confessed I am not a good puppy mom, so I will just, but I'm like, oh my gosh, he's a cutie patootie. So I am super stoked that DK Cripple is getting her puppy because he is a cutie. I don't know why I am so excited about this, but it's just, we need some good stories. We need some people in our lives that are having good things and celebrate those along with mourning the tragedies in our life as well. Now, I don't particularly know this Netflix star. I'm not a big person with all the Netflix, but it does look like a Netflix star aged 37 did pass away this weekend. Popular Chinese actor Alan Mu Melong passed away from falling out of his apartment building, according to reports. He was 37 years old. Now, he is most well known for his Netflix Eternal Love original series, I guess, or movie. But he died on Thursday in the Chaoyang district of Beijing, China, according to Asia One. Now, it's currently unclear what caused his fall, but police have not ruled out foul play. With unbearable sorrow, we announced that our beloved Men Long fell to his death on September 11th. Police have ruled out criminality. So that is a bit of a kind of contradictory. And this is coming from China, where media is heavily censored and even social media is heavily censored. So the police say that they've not ruled out foul play, but Weibo says that they totally did. So, not being a Chineseologist, I don't know wherein lies the truth in this, but I do know that his fans and his friends and family are going through a loss. So, regardless of what happened, I do hope that they are getting the comfort and clarity and support that they need. Now, in more local or more American news, and also on pop culture, we have American Pickers star Mike Wolfe, who has been hospitalized after a gruesome car crash. And thank you so much, Jude, for being a lurker for 21 months. Jude is one of my first supporters, and it's been so great growing and, hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much. Back to lurking, been great. Thank you so much. American Picker star Mike Wolfe and his girlfriend are recovering from a crash that took place on Friday in Tennessee. Now, Wolfe, 61, revealed that he and Letitia Klein were involved in a car accident in Columbus, Tennessee. Now, the History Channel showed his heavily damaged blue vintage vehicle on social media following the collision. Klein revealed on her own social media platforms that her jaw had hit the shattered windshield. By the grace of God, we're both okay, Wolfe shared with his fans, and we're receiving excellent care while Letitia's still in the hospital, and she is expected to make a full recovery. Wolfe added, "Thank you for respecting our privacy at this time. We appreciate your love and prayers. God bless." Now, later in the evening, the reality television star updated his fans and said that it's been a rough night, but now there's light at the end of the tunnel. I truly believe in the power of group prayer, and thank you for all of them, or those of you that have sent them up. Klein also shared Wolfe's post on her own social media account, in addition to more vehicle video or pictures of their vehicle after the collision. Now, Wolfe is reclined next to his girlfriend while she was waiting in, the hospital bed with a neck brace. "Hopefully I get surgery tomorrow," she shared in a post Saturday. "I broke my jaw in a few places, have broken ribs and a sternum, a collapsed lung, and a lot of swelling on my spine. Now my mouth will be wired shut, but I still got my brain, and that's all that matters." Now, Fox did reach out for further comments, but I'm guessing that whole privacy statement he put out means he doesn't want to comment beyond what he commented on. I know they're the media, but come on, media. He said he really doesn't want to talk about anything else. And you're like, can we get more comments on that? It's called read a room and or an Instagram message. Now, earlier this year, Wolfe closed his Nashville storefront, Antique Archaeology, after 15 years in the business. "This place has meant the world to me. It's not just brick and mortar, but the people. the community he shared on a lengthy Instagram post, the visitors from all over the world who came through the doors and shared their stories, remind me every day why I started this journey in the first place. So again, very good. I hope he's doing well. I hope that he's able to support his partner during this because good night, nurse. I couldn't imagine me not being able to talk. That would be, I mean, I'm guessing if your mouth is wired shut, like I'm not a doctorologist, but I'm guessing, my jaw flapping would be somewhat limited. And I don't type that well. Can you imagine me trying to text with my dyslexia and terrible spelling as a form of communication? This is a terrible idea. He added, I'm so proud to be part of this neighborhood, this city, and this chapter of life, but sometimes even when something is good, you have to pause and ask yourself where your time is going and where your heart is being called to next. Now, the television star admitted he wanted to pursue a slower pace of life in his home state of Iowa. This isn't goodbye, it's just a new rhythm, he concluded. I'll be forever grateful to every moment in that Nashville space and for all of you who made it more than just a shop. You made it home. Now, Wolf's decision to shutter his Nashville store came after the death of his late, American Pickers co-star and friend, Frank Fritz, sorry. The American Pickers dynamic duo had a special friendship and started the hit show together for over a decade. In 2024, Fritz died of complications from a stroke while in hospice care. So, good for him for looking and evaluating his life. There are things, even good things, that sometimes we have to sit back and evaluate and say, is this working for me now? Now, as we are getting more information about the Charlie Kirk thing, I'm not going to be your Charlie Kirk source for all news, but I will try to give you at least the headlines or interesting takes that I find out here because everyone is covering this. Everyone feels affected by it. But I have realized that I don't want to live in all the facts and news. I want to keep abreast of the facts. I want to feel the pain and really reflect on why it touched me so emotionally before I start just becoming a Charlie Kirk channel. I feel like sometimes we're in such a rush to have an opinion when maybe we don't need to have an opinion right yet, and we just need to process why this hurt us so much or why it didn't affect us. And that's what I'm doing. So I will do some headlines, but I'm not going to make this an entire channel about that because I really am trying to look and, make small changes in my life that will really lead to some change. So that's what I'm doing. But the real meaning behind the trans and furry meme on the rifle round that killed Charlie Kirk, no one notices. Bulge OWO. What is this? Well, it said bulge in the headline, so I had to text on it. Notices bulge OWO. What is this? It was engraved on the side of a spent casing on Wednesday's fatal shot and recovered from a wooded area near Utah Valley University where the influencer was speaking at the time. Now, the catchphrase comes from an old copy pasta meme, which, for those not chronically online, is a block of text meant to be copy and spread. If it is, everyone let me know. I did have some issues with my audio this morning, so let me know if it's not coming out really great. Okay, let me plug and unplug. I've unplugged and plugged back in. All right. If not, let me see what I can do about this. I can restart my computer. I will be off screen for a little bit, and then I should be able to come back into the studio. So it's better now? Okay. Well, if not, if it continues to be a butthole, let me know. We can fix this on the fly. Now, I have never heard of a copy pasta. And thank you so much, Super T, for being... Okay, then let me step out of the studio, restart my computer. It'll be about a minute. or two, and then I'll be back and see if that works out. So give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully this is a little bit better. Otherwise, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully, the audio is better. If not, I will have Mr. Mo look at things, while I am at or back home this afternoon after my infusions because I have exhausted my capabilities. So hopefully it is better now. That being said, um, let's get back to this article, hopefully in theory. Now, the copy pasta, so I'm just going to go back. So on one of the empty shells that was recovered at the scene where Charlie Kirk was shot, there was something engraved on a spent casing. Notice bulge OWO. What is this? Now that's what was engraved, and a lot of people are kind of scratching their head. Okay, well, Mr. Mo added an extension cord, and I'm wondering if the extension cord or if this mic is simply going bad. I do have a new mic, so we might start there. Because I have no idea. That being said, it first appeared at January 6, 2013 on DeviantArt. Actually, if my audio is not working too great, so that's where that is. Now, in 2015, an image of two men role-playing a SMEX scene online used the phrase, and it was uploaded to sites like Imager, and Tumblr. Now, I have never been on Tumblr in my entire life. Uh, okay, well, I am sorry, and hopefully by tomorrow, either I have a new mic or we don't have the extension cord on it. Mr. Mo worked his darndest to get this set up, looking nice and fixed. So apparently I have no idea. Now, the men appear to be a part of the furry subculture, which centers on, well, sexual interest with anthropomorphic animal characters. A percentage of self-described furries who identify as trans is 25% higher than the US general population, according to Fur Science, which is an actual. We are looking up Fur Science. Oh my Bob Ross. This is something I'm looking into because holy goodness, furries and science, I am there with bells on. Anywho, it does seem to be a internet meme. Now, OWO is an emoticon of a cute face with O's as eyes and the W as a mouth or a nose. It can be used as a way of flirting or a sardonic way to troll other people. Again, this person who took Charlie Kirk's life seems to. Okay, well then you guys, how about I take down this stream, Dan Davis, we will try this, and I will put up immediately a new stream and you guys can head all over there. So I'm going to end this stream and see if a new stream isn't having the audio problems because I know audio problems suck. So I'm going to post it. So I'm ending this stream. Yeah, let me just set that up so I can raid into myself, which is weird in the extreme, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let me send us over to that stream. I'm glad this didn't happen my first year on YouTube. I would not know what to do, but now I am kind of okay with what I'm doing. This is working. I'm gonna make it. It's a me raid, into me, from me, for me, to me. All right, you guys, I will be stepping out of this studio. I'm ending this stream and sending you over to my next stream. So let's see if this works. I will check you over there. Bye, you guys.